this team is getting younger, and you're one of the older veterans of this team. What do you make?
Yeah, there's a lot of young guys. You know, you start looking at the birthdays, realize that you're 10 years older than some of the guys, and it's fun to have some of the young guys. They bring enthusiasm, they're great, but it definitely gives you a sense of urgency that, for me, hey, we need to make a move now, win now, and my impact's got to be greater than it ever has been.
That's one of those things that's inevitable in this game.
Yes, and it moves by fast. That's right, and it happens very quick. All of a sudden, you're midway through your career, and all of a sudden, you're the old guy in the room. But I think, you know, we have great leadership. Even some of the young guys who are in their second, third year have stepped up as leaders. We have some older guys who've been around, and we've learned from great leaders, guys like Jason Witten. So I think we have great leadership throughout the team that's ready to step in.
Did you have any moment about that? Like when you said,
I think birthdays, you know, Jalen's 95 birthday, I think Leighton's a 96 birthday, and I'm 86, you know, so it's full 10 years older than some of these guys, and that's when you're like, man, I didn't think I'm old, but I'm getting older, at least for this game.
but no one's told you I was in junior high when you came in the league. I wouldn't know.
I'm not that old, you know, Witten was starting to get there, but I'm not quite there yet.
And then you broke out the black shoes and looked even older today.
Well, those, yeah, I kind of wore the same shoes for probably since 2012, and they're starting to be less and less of them, and the colors are not, the options aren't great. So the black shoes, but old school Penn State look.
How much governor this week as opposed to the last?
I think it gets, they take it hopefully more or less soft every week. I feel great. You know, like I said, we have a great game plan that we've used the last couple of years that we think has been effective. So for me, I'm sure there's stuff that I'd like to do, but I'm trusting in these incredible trainers who have got me ready for every season. Yeah, I did some today. You know, and we'll see where it goes from there. But I feel great. I feel, you know, ready to go, and I'm improving every week.
How nice was it to have David back out there?
It's good to have him out here. He needs to be here working. The more he's here, the better it is for us. You know, shared sacrifice, all of us working together as a team, it's a big deal for all of us. He needs to be here on a more consistent basis. He needs to be working more with us.
Is that something that you personally have told him to help him understand? Shared sacrifice, for instance?
Yeah, well, you know, I've talked with him, and I think we've expressed it with him, and he needs to get here. He needs to be here working with us. He can be a huge part of this team if he wants to be, but he's got to show that commitment.
Was it frustrating that he was sporadic early on this offseason?
Well, we want to have everybody here. I mean, I know it's voluntary, but we want guys here working together and improving as a team.
Sean, sorry if you answered this already. Just good as it to have him here.
It's good that he's here working, no question. But you know, we're ready for him to take that next step as a player, and having him with us and being here committed all the time is something we need.
I know you've been obviously around Leighton a little bit more. Kind of what do you learn more about him every day, and every day he's out on the field?
I mean, it's one of those guys, when you meet him the first time, you realize how much he cares about football, how conscientious he is. Very, very smart, already has a lot of this defense locked in, making close calls, instinctual guy. So, like I said, a guy that is ready, doesn't need a lot of help, works hard, so he's been incredible to work with.
Do you kind of like it? Like you said, you're a veteran now. Do you like taking guys like that under your wing and kind of showing them the ropes, so to speak?
Sure, and I like having a room that is like that. The entire linebacking room is a group of great guys, of really talented guys who can run, who can hit, but also very smart and really care about learning the details of the game. So just having a room that loves to have a conversation about football is a big deal. I mean, they showed me the way. They kind of taught me how to be a true professional, how I needed to think, how the level of detail in your game needs to, you know, be better. You know, Brady was huge into that. Brooke was huge into that, and you know, I thought I worked a certain way. I didn't work hard enough. Those two guys showed me. So, you know, really trying to show that the margin for error in this league is very, very small, and the attention to detail has to be very high. That's something they taught me, and I'm trying to pass down to the younger guys. Yeah, just the ability to lock in and be perfect on every drill when you're tired. You know, that's something that we have to be able to do, making close calls, making sure our technique's perfect. That's something we try to practice in every drill, starting at the right spot, making sure you're finishing all the time. Coach Bloom is constantly preaching that, and so that's something that, as you know, as a defense, the linebackers have to always be on point communication-wise, always have to be on point detailed-wise, and that's something we work on.
Given about to sign a deal here probably soon, do you have any stories about his balance, where you've seen him not in a good spot, but somehow not end up on the ground and pride himself in a practice or in a game that you've caught?
Well, just going against him on a daily basis, I mean, I've never been around a guard that can chase you down and you try to shake them a little bit and they can track you and still lay a huge hit on you. Just his athleticism in space, his speed. Coach Garrett, he showed clips of him before where a D tackle will maybe have a we'll get past him. He'll spin around, with his effort and his athleticism and still block. I mean, he's a relentless guy who's an incredible athlete in space, explosive, and going against him has made me a lot better.
Left tackle is obviously known as a premier position, but can you tell that this offensive line has 4 left tackles on, or 4 guys with left tackle experience just going up?
Yeah, a lot of times we'll watch the O-line work out, and we joke that they run like linebackers. The way they move, their agility, their explosiveness. If you watch them go through a drill, it's impressive.